Hey everybody, John here with Sergeant Ritz. Thanks for joining me. We just finished meeting up with Dennis from the concrete company. He's a contractor that does the cement work, and that's one of the things, if you guys have been watching the channel, that we're waiting on to continue building out this building, because we have to put some footers in the front to push that front wall out to build out there. So we're going to get a quote from him on that concrete work. Hopefully it's something that comes in that's a good price, and we can work with him and get this stuff knocked out so we can start getting the rest of that work done in the front. The metal's being fabricated. What I'm talking about is we got to put two metal channels on either side of this old front portion of the wall, and then we're going to put another channel in there to strengthen that so we can take out these two beams and get that knocked out, and then we can start doing the rest of the front of this half of the building and pushing that wall forward, getting the new windows and whatnot. But since I got you guys here, let's check out a couple collections that have come in recently. We have three little collections here. They're pretty cool, and I'll show you them right now. They're right here. I'm going to flip the camera around, and you can see them. All right, so here are the three collections. So these two boxes here on the bottom are like horror collection, horror action figures, not really action figures, but like horror dolls and things of that nature. These three boxes here are kind of cars, and then we have the die-cast stuff here. So this one we just picked up the other day, and it's a pretty neat story. So if you remember the video we did on the trash can, or the curbside pickup of all those trash bags of toys, a gentleman who watches our channel saw that and wanted to purchase one of the items in there. So I sent him a message. We agreed on a price and everything, and I was going to ship it. Well, he's like, I'm close by. Do you care if I just come pick it up? I know the shop's not open, but we can meet somewhere. I said, that's fine. If you want to just come meet at the shop, come by the shop. And we'll I'll give you a tour or whatever. So he swing by here with his son, who was probably 10, 11-ish. I don't know. I'm not good with kids' ages unless they're like babies, that I could say they're babies. But he was older. And they brought these cars in, and we ended up working out a trade on this stuff here. So I'll show you what we got. It's pretty cool, and it was neat to have, I guess, the first customers in the shop, even though it's not complete yet. But the fact that you had a dad and his kid in here, and I gave him the tour of the building, it was just super neat, and kind of gets me more hyped up and motivated about getting this place from construction zone, right, to finished product, so we can have this place like awesome. Because I mean, kids can't go to Toys R Us anymore in the United States. We don't have toy stores. The experience a kid has with toys is you go to Walmart, Target, wherever, one of the big box stores, and you have a couple aisles. A lot of kids haven't experienced, hey, this is an entire building dedicated to toys. So I'm really excited to get this place up and running so I can have families come in here and share those experiences with their kids. So these are actually in really cool shape. And they're neat because you have a lot of just kind of wacky looking cars that have characters on them. So you have these Popeye ones. There's two of these, and these are all what? Corgi. So you got a couple of Corgi Popeyes. I don't have my tripod with me, guys. I apologize. So I'm going to have to do it this way. Then we got Tom and Jerry. A little cannon on there. Then we have Tom. This is like the Wells Fargo stagecoach, I think is what that's supposed to be. Or maybe it's just a stagecoach. You got a tanker there. These are all in really nice shape. But it was really cool to talk to him and, just hear his story. And, they definitely said they'd be back once we get this place open. And I look forward to seeing them here. But it was cool because we were talking about some other toys and stuff he remembered as a kid. Things of that nature, just like the conversations I really expect I'm going to be having a lot of, like, wow, this is cool, I remember having this type of stuff, because he was looking for a toy, and I don't know what this goes to. I guess this fell off of something. I'm not sure which one of these vehicles the Pink Panther went on, but we got some bunch of different cars in here. But it was, he said it was like some kind of little, almost like, sounded like almost like a Mighty Max or Micro Machine type playset, but it was like military style stuff, like grenades that would open up into little playsets and things like that. I've never heard of them, so if you guys have heard of them, let us know in the comments below, because it'd be really cool to find out what these things are, because he just had a memory of these toys and he couldn't remember what they were, but he said they were like little playsets that you would, like the grenade would open up and transform into a, speaking of transform, that's a GoBot, transform into little playsets. So if you guys know what those are, and I'm assuming they'd probably be from the 80s, maybe early 90s, based on his age. But yeah, help us out if you know what those are. I've never heard of them, or maybe I just didn't recognize them from the description. So then we have some more in here. And again, they're all in really nice shape. And if you guys have been watching the channel, you know I'm not like a super Hot Wheel Matchbox diecast guy, but they are pretty cool. That's neat. Some kind of like space vehicle. And then we just got a couple more vehicles in there. I have another contractor coming up, so I'm going to try to go through this stuff, and if we have to break from the video and come back to go through the rest, we will, but I just want to kind of go through this stuff with you guys while we're waiting. So we got this 007 vehicle. This thing's cool. Really nice shape. And then we have the Dixie Challenger, which I'm assuming this is just like a knockoff of the Duke's Boys car. Kind of looks like it. Really neat. Hoods open up on some of these, so pretty cool stuff. So that was neat, like I said, just to have someone come in the shop, even when it's not finished, you know, with their kid and talking about toys and the experiences and all that stuff. So I can't wait for that to happen. This collection is really cool. The fact that this was literally like the first, it's probably not, it's not the first deal I've done at the shop. I've had other people who have come here, but the first one where, you know, you had a family come here and all that stuff. Really neat. So this next collection here is mostly these cars. So there is this, which is a sealed Batman cereal. And I'm not going to eat this because you can see, I just noticed that there's like some kind of dead critter in there. I don't know if it's going to show up on the camera, but it's right, yep, you can see it right there where it says brand sweetened cereal. Like some kind of dead something or another. Ugh. But I would not recommend eating this, but it is cool because this bank comes with it. I mean, that's a toy. That's a freaking a cereal prize right there. It's so big they had to put it on the outside. I guess I could imagine moms and dads being upset. Oh, we bought this box of cereal, and they open it up, and there's a bank falls out with like 3 pieces of cereal because it takes up the whole box. But that's really cool. And then we have all these Chevron cars. So for those of you who are not familiar, Chevron cars were like an advertisement type thing Chevron used back in, I think, 95 is when these things came out. So you have some keychains. They're basically cars with faces and personalities and talk, almost like the cartoon or that Disney movie Cars. Now, these came out first, because I want to say Cars came out in the early 2000s, like 2006. So these are out a good decade before Cars came around. So I'm wondering if like the people who came up with Cars actually saw these ads and kind of decided, hey, that's cool, let's make a feature-length film on it. But you have all these different ones, and I'm not going to go through every single one. I'll kind of show you guys a couple of them. Because a lot of them are pretty similar. They're just cars with faces. And I think there's a lot of duplicates in here. So you have Brandon Bumper and Bailey Bouncer. We even have the little carrying cases that come with it. And then there's some, the bigger ones. Like a car hauler here. And it says what they do. You got side view mirrors that really work. And eyes that move side to side. The doors open. Trailer support. So as you can see, they're pretty neat, especially for like something that was just like a commercial, basically, that they turned into an entire line of toys. Like, I'm sure a lot of you, if you're from areas that have Hess, they have those Hess trucks. These are cooler than Hess trucks, in my opinion. They have faces. I mean, Hess trucks don't. So I'm going to go with the ones that can stare at me. And then here we have the rest of them. So these are all just, I mean, there's just different varieties of these things. You have like the Woody wagon here. Just kind of goofy looking. But a bunch of different types of cars. There's like a police car. There's like sports cars. This one has... Oh, this is actually... what is this? No, it's Chevron. Yeah. The Autotopia cars from Disneyland. It's a little different. They have people inside. They have other people inside of the cars. So it's a lot of those. This entire box is filled with these things. So those are pretty cool. If you're into cars... Or remember Chevron stuff, we have a lot of them. We have the little keychains. Got a couple of the big ones. You got the school bus. And the Batman cereal. I should try and see. There's a guy called L.A. Beast, and he eats all kinds of random old cereal. I messaged him once about some old Cokes that we had to see if he was interested in trying to drink them. But they weren't old enough for him. They were not quite old enough. He said to hold on to him. He might be interested eventually, but we did not send those off to L.A. Beast. So, now these ones, we picked these up the other day from a gentleman who was selling them. So it's not really a line I'm super familiar with, but they looked really cool. And They're called Living Dead dolls, and Mezco Toys makes these things, I guess. And they have some really high-end toys, or just good quality stuff, like really detailed. So we got these fellas here. Let me try to open this box a little better so it doesn't keep closing on me. This is where my tripod would be really handy-dandy. Hold on, wait for it. And then I'm gonna put old Legion on there to hold that side open. So there's several of these Living Dead dolls. You got Candy Rotten here, and these are all sealed still. As you guys can see, there's some cool horror stuff in there too. So not really something I collect, but oh, you can see me in the reflection. Hi, people. But they are neat, and I'm sure there's a big collector base out there for them. So we have Eve. I know horror toys are really popular. I sell a lot of them, like the NECA stuff and things like that. So then we have the Freddy figure with sound here. Try to get these where it's easier to see inside the plastic. The reflection there is kind of making it hard to see. You got Nightmare on Elm Street Freddy doll. And then we have Michael Myers. So are you a horror fan, like a horror movie buff or any of that kind of stuff? Which one is your favorite horror movie? I mean, I really liked It. I like the original. And here's the It doll. I thought Tim Curry, I mean, it was a different time, so obviously, the special effects and everything were different, but I think Tim Curry did a really good job playing Pennywise, and he scared the crap out of me as a kid. And I did like the new ones. I just watched the other one, part 2, the other day, and it wasn't bad. But when you remember this one, and then you go to that one, I don't know. Something about remakes. And we have The Exorcist. These things are creepy. And got a couple more in here. I think we have 3 more of these things. This one's huge. This one is Annabelle from The Conjuring. So she is creepy. This is one of those things I don't want anywhere near me on a full moon at night, because that thing might come to, like, if this thing just starts blinking right now, I wouldn't be shocked. I would throw it out the window. I mean, it'd probably come back inside and eat me, but. And then last 2 here, we have Chucky. And he could talk, it says. What if the talking button works? Hold on, let's see. You probably can't hear it. So yeah, the voice boxes still work on these guys, but we got Chucky, and then we have Tiffany, who is the bride of Chucky. Now, I have to admit, I have not seen. I saw the first Child's Play when it came out way back when, but I never watched any other one. So I don't know the lore or anything that goes with Tiffany, but apparently she is Chucky's bride. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. That's a couple of the collections we picked up in the last, I guess, probably about a week or so. It's been a while since I've done a video, so I wanted to go through this stuff. I've been really busy trying to get this place opened up. But I will be doing a video probably tonight or tomorrow, opening up a box we picked up from Curiosity Inc. through their Kastner auctions. We picked up a box of 2. We won 2 auctions. One was toys and comics, and the other one was just comics. So I figure we'll go through that and show you guys what we got, and we'll go from there. So guys, make sure, if you have not already, please subscribe, like, and share the videos. We really appreciate it. And until next time, see you later. Hasta la vista, baby.